Hello everyone. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, hello. Thank you so much for coming back. My name is Emily, if you did not know, and I'm a writer. Today we are going to be doing a video that I'm very excited for. If you are new here, I have been working on a project titled Project.ECLIPSE. It is a cyberpunk dystopian, and I just finished outlining it yesterday. And it took me about, I'd say, 2 months. It took a lot longer than I wanted it to. And this week, it is currently Sunday, I decided that I wanted to give myself a week of a break and do something different. So, you know how people usually say with your first draft, after you finish it, you should step away for a little bit and then come back to it to start editing? That's kind of what I'm doing. I want to kind of give my brain a break from Project.ECLIPSE so I can start it with a fresh slate, if you may say. So, I have no idea what I'm going to be writing this week. I do know it's going to be a short story. I have never really, well, I've written short stories for school, and I think I've written maybe one or two for fun, but that was a while ago. So this is going to be something new for me, and I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. Once we get over to my computer, I'll fill you guys in on my one idea. I don't know if I'm going to go with that though, but I'm really excited for this week. We're just going to see the process of how I write a short story, and this is going to be a surprise for both of us. I'm going to go ahead and go over to my computer, and I will fill you guys in on what I'm thinking for this week. Welcome to my desk area. Let's go ahead and get started. So this is my idea, my very small idea. I have a bunch of just random ideas on a page in my milanote. Communicating through the language of flowers and sending flowers with names and whatever. It's very vague. It's just the inspiration was, there's this movie that I watched that had to do with, like, you know how people, the language of flowers, the love language of flowers, how different flowers mean different things and blah blah blah. I just thought that was a good idea. This idea that I have is very vague though, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to expand on it too well. I am going to read to you some of the possibilities that could turn into short stories out of my ideas, even though most of these are book ideas. But the ones that are possible, I have a quote that says, "There have been 2 times in my life I have truly been happy. The day I fell in love and the day I killed." I don't know what I was thinking, but that low-key is interesting, so that's a possibility. A lot of these are morbid, but I don't know why I should be surprised if I'm the one that came up with these. Second one, which apparently has the same picture as the flower language one. 2 lovers who were tragically murdered by being buried alive dug a hole between them so that they could hold hands in their death. So that's also very tragic. I fear those are my 3 options. Okay, hear me out. I am in the mood. I know I want to write romance. And now that I read these, like, traumatic romance is kind of is speaking to me at the moment. I kind of really like the being buried alive and digging a hole between so they can hold hands through their death. But the thing is, how would I even go about that? I don't know how it would get to that. But I also like the 2 times in my life that I've been happy. I have my idea. Actually, this time, I don't know if I'm going to do the berry thing alive, because I think that might be, I don't know, is that a little too morbid? The point is, couple, 1940s, both undercover spies for World War II. I think that's a good idea. I've actually never written any sort of, like, historical fiction. I like reading historical fiction, so I think this could be really fun. We're going to open up Pinterest, and we're going to make our mood board. Okay. So this is the Pinterest board so far. I think I'm going to leave it like this for now. So these are the vibes we're going for. I'm going to be honest, I did not think this is what this was going to turn into, but here we are. So then I'm going to open up milanote. And I've already put some of the pictures over here, as you can see, that I'm going to use. I think I'm going to focus on my two spies first. Where did their pictures go? They're like all the way towards the bottom. Okay. So here is my female main character, and I'm going to get rid of the captions because I don't want them. Her name is Susan. I think I like Susan. I was looking up names in the 1940s. And Susan and Robert, I think, is what they're going to be called. So these are Susan and Robert. I looked up one of the organizations during that war was SOE, which was British. So I guess they're not going to be French. I guess they're going to be British. And I guess we're kind of going to... Ooh, why did I have a stroke? I guess we're going to kind of give, like, Bonnie and Clyde vibes, like a couple working together, doing things that they shouldn't. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out more logistics of this, but right now it's just vibes, and usually that's how this type of stuff works anyways. Alright guys, so this is what we're working with. I researched some stuff. They're going to be part of SOE, which is actually a lot more interesting. I've actually never heard of it. Look how cool this is. It's a gun disguised as a pen. Like, I did not know that they were this technological in the 1940s. Anyways, I'm going to have this set in, they're going to live in France, and for the mission they're going to be a part of is going to be in Czechoslovakia. And I looked up one of their most, like, well-known missions was the assassination of this deputy chief that I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. But I think this is going to be really interesting. I'm actually really excited about this. I did not think that I was going to be doing a historical fiction. I thought I was going to be doing something like fantasy or something. So I'm really excited. I'm leaving my house to go out with my family. We're going to go to like a botanical garden. So this is all we're going to do for today. But I am going to bring a notebook. I need to decide which notebook I want to bring. With my screen recording stopping. I have two notebooks that I haven't used at all, and I'm thinking this one because I think this one I'm going to use for a specific project. But I think I'm going to have poetry in this book. Oh no, I don't, it's empty. Okay. This is going to be my new short stories notebook. If you don't know, I like to have a notebook for like each of my projects, especially my books, but we need one for short stories. So I'm just going to write like scene ideas and just figure out some more research because it's about like an hour and a half drive to the garden we're going to. So I will see you in the car if I film a little bit, and if not, I'll update you tonight or tomorrow depending on how it's looking. So I will see you then. Bye.
Oh, it's been a while since I let you define who I wanted to be, who I wanted to be. 안녕 나의 이름만 참 오랜만에 불러본다. Oh, it's been a while since I let you define who I wanted to be, who I wanted to be. Longing to be someone I dreamt to be for the rest of my days to live. Striving to be someone I meant to be from the first time I wanted to live.
Hi guys. As you just saw, I did some writing sprints this morning and I didn't write for that long. I think I did like one 30-minute sprint and then 10 minutes after that. I only got about 500 words in today, but I wrote 900 words yesterday. So now we're at about 1400 words and I'm just going to do a few more writing sprints tonight. I'm kind of just letting myself write poorly because I'm telling myself the story. Like, I know what's going to happen and I planned out the scenes, but as I'm writing, I already know of a new scene that I want to put in. And right now, the writing is really rough. So if you did pause and read it like a couple seconds ago, I'm sorry for what you just read. I'm truly just trying to figure out what's happening here. But I think I'm really liking how it's turning out. I am writing in third person, which I've never done before. I usually have written in first person, and that's actually something I'm trying to figure out for Project Eclipse. I know I'm supposed to be on a break, but I have to talk about it at least once. I'm trying to figure out if I want to write my novel in first person or third person, so I'm trying to try something different with this story to see if it can maybe help me. But let me know in the comments if you guys know a good way to like figure out if I should write in first person or third person, because I'm honestly struggling. But with all that aside, the story is going well so far, and I'm really excited for after I edit this and make it more my style, how it's going to turn out. I'm actually really excited. So I'm just going to continue writing this evening and just keep the vibes cozy, keep everything just stress free, and just have fun with this story because I'm just wanting to have fun with my writing, not scared about anything. Let's get back to writing for this evening. Do you guys like the new lighting that I've been trying? I'm kind of trying to make my videos more like cozy, more warm toned. Tell me if you guys like it or not, but let's get back to writing.
21 degrees and sunny, just the way I always wanted. 더 바랄 것도 없어. 지금 이대로면 좋아. 따스한 햇볕을 가득 담은 sand river. The bluebirds peaceful to sing along. That I love you. Oh, 그대여 나와의 거리를 걸어요. Paris with you. Oh, 난 그저 잔디밭에 누워 있어도 좋아요. 반짝이는 저기 Eiffel Tower shines from anywhere 아름다워. When I'm not with you, all these shiny seas don't mean a thing. 눈동자에 비친 Avenue des Champs-Élysées. 그대와 같이 romantic해요. I love you. Oh, 그대여 나와의 거리를 걸어요. Paris with you. Oh, 난 그저 잔디밭에 누워 있어도 좋아요. Oh, 그대여 나와의 거리를 걸어요. Paris with you.
Hi guys, it is Wednesday and it is 9 p.m. and I have a lot of motivation to get this story done. I have it printed out right here. It is about 9 pages, 3,500 words. I predict it's going to be around 4,500 to 5,000 by the time I have the final draft done. and that's because I forgot to add, I printed it out because I was like, oh, I'm going to edit on paper now. And then I realized I forgot to add an entire scene. So there's like an entire page that's missing. So I guess the story is going to be around 10 pages. It is actually pieced together very well. As you saw, I was at the library earlier today, and that's when I was drafting the rest of it and kind of going over what I had written before. So this is like half of it's like first draft and half of it's been edited. It's like mixed in together, so it's kind of funky right now. But this is honestly way different from my, I'd say, usual writing style. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out if I like writing in first person or third person more. I have enjoyed writing in third person. I don't know if I'm still kind of iffy of like what is going to be my signature. But like I said, this is different from my regular style, I would say. Um, but maybe it's more of because I'm writing about a married couple and not like people falling in love like they are in love. So maybe that's also kind of messing me up because I've never written anything like this. I've never written historical fiction. I've never written a married couple. I've never written in third person. So this is like a lot of new things for me. So I'm going to continue editing this and figuring out what the heck we're doing. The goal before I go to bed is I want to have a clean, nice printout for me to just read over tomorrow and do like final tweaks. That is the update for now. And I will give you an update later this evening. Okay, I have been working for 2 hours and I had one doom scroll break for like half an hour. So it's been an hour and a half. Um I'm tired and I really want to go to bed. So I'm going to go to bed and just work on this tomorrow. I didn't get as much done as I wanted, but it's okay. We're all going to live still. I need to edit more. Like some of the scenes are still like really choppy. Like some of them are pretty polished and then other ones are pretty choppy, and some of the plot wasn't adding up. And I just added like a paragraph, and how the paragraph ended kind of is going to add another element to one of my characters. For like the assassination plan operation, whatever you want to call it, I had Robert saying like to Susan, like, hey, can you tell I'm tired? Oh my goodness. He was basically saying, we're going to plan everything out. And that's significant because he's not a planner. He's just a doer. He just does things. But he's trying to prove to her that this mission is going to be safe and that it's going to be worth it. And he's like, we're going to plan it out and you're the leader. And by him saying she's the leader in part 2, where like the actual operation is happening, I need to have more of Susan thinking about the fact that this is my plan, this is on me, and I didn't really do that, so I need to add that element into part 2 as well. But I think that's it for now. I'm too tired to think, so I think I'll just wake up early tomorrow and we can figure it out in the morning. I also have a job interview tomorrow, so wish me luck. Hopefully it goes well, because I would actually really, really like this job. But, okay, I'm going to stop yapping. I will see you tomorrow. Hi, guys. It is Thursday, and I apologize for not filming much today. I was doing a bunch of different things today, prepping for school, and I still have a bunch to do, because I'm starting my classes next week. besides the point, I have been editing a bunch today, and now what I've been working on for the past like hour and a half is I'm taking my printed version that I marked up a bunch. This is my printed version. This is another printed version from the other ones I showed you. This is the second one. And I'm retyping, like I'm rewriting the entire thing, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. And I'm retyping it into my Substack, so it's helping anyways, so I can just reformat as I'm writing it instead of copying and pasting it and then fixing it that way. And I just realized you can see inside my closet. Ignore my mannequin. I do so. It's not something creepy. It's just there. I'm having a little too much fun with my sad ending. I'm not gonna lie. I know at the beginning of this vlog, I was like, oh, this is so morbid. This is so morbid. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm allergic to writing happy endings. I don't think I've ever written something with a happy ending. It just doesn't like give me the fulfillment that I'm looking for when it comes to my characters. And I don't know. Anyways, the point is that it's going well, and I'm gonna get it finished tonight, I think. But all right, that's the update for now. Bye. Hi everyone. Before I say anything, I did cut all of my hair off. My sister told me I look like Alice Cullen, which best compliment ever. And if you know me, you know I cannot have long hair, so surprise. It is currently Sunday, and I apologize for the time skip, but let me explain what happened. So on Thursday night, when I was in my writing group, I retyped up the entire story because I wanted to make sure that I was fixing all of the grammatical errors and everything, and I wanted to make sure the story was flowing correctly. Well, I did that from 9:30 to 12, and that was not the best decision because I was getting tired, and I was kind of just telling myself, okay, just get this done now, just get it done now, which made me end up typing very poorly because I was tired. And I ended up sending that draft over to my best friend for her to read. And I was so embarrassed. Besides the grammatical errors, and literally this was one of the paragraphs. I swear, I don't know if I had just like forgotten English or if Google Docs had glitched or something, but that was horrifying to go back and see. It was quite fun having her read my story, and these are some of my favorite comments that she left. And it was just really fun to like discuss my writing with somebody because I usually don't share my writing, and this was the first time that I was like sharing my writing with somebody, and she had been anticipating me sending her some of my writing for a while, so that was really fun. The story is not 100% done, and I don't think I'm going to finish it 100%, honestly, just because I don't really want to right now, and I'm not going to force myself to do something if I don't want to do it. I really did fall in love with the story, and I do love the story. It's just, it has some problems with character inconsistencies, and I know I need to add another scene to make something make sense. And sorry, I know the lighting is changing, the sun is moving, I guess. I just decided that it's going to be better for me to just kind of put it on the shelf. Maybe I'll come back to it later. The point of this week was just for me to have a break from Project Eclipse and to just have fun with writing again, and I did achieve that. And I'm gonna read like the first sentence to you guys, and then like the last couple lines of it. I have to read the beginning to make the end make sense because there's like a parallel that I want to show you guys that I'm proud of. But I am really proud of the story, even though it's not like perfectly polished or anything. I'm glad that I read it. I mean, I'm glad that I wrote it, and I'm glad that I kind of did this challenge or whatever you want to call it this week. Because tonight I'm actually going to start vlogging our next video, which will be starting the first draft of Project Eclipse, which I'm so excited for. I'm so excited. I know this isn't, okay, I'm not gonna talk about Project Eclipse. I'll put that in the next video tonight. But let me go ahead and read this first line and the last couple lines of the story to you. I'll go ahead and review what the story is about. It is about a couple, and they are part of the SOE, which was like they were spies during World War II, and the story is about them partaking in an assassination. So, and at the end of the story, they are in a grave being buried alive by soldiers because they were caught. So, that's your context. This is the first line. Till death do us part, the words they had spoken years ago, but never expected to become their reality. At least not so soon. For love is selfish and unfair, but above all else, love is cruel. And then these are the last couple lines. Till death do us part, until the very end, though this is not how they predicted their lives to unfold, they were together, which is all they had wished. The dirt turned into mud as the rain grew heavier, the grins on the soldiers faded as they walked away with their shovels in hand. There would be a sense of withering to haunt them for the rest of their days. 2 souls, 2 bodies, now left with the earth. Robert's last ounce of strength was used to squeeze his lover's hand, 3 times, slowly, so she knew he meant every word. Death has now come, but it has failed to part us. So I kind of like paralleled with that of till death do us part. I noticed there was a typo, which the amount of typos I have had to correct, that just kind of annoys me, but whatever. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog this week. It was kind of something different, and I'm honestly just really excited to start Project Eclipse. And leave a comment down below. Tell me what you're working on. I love to know what you guys are working on. And I've seen other author-tubers do this, so now I'm going to do it. If you made it to the end of the video, I want you to leave an apple emoji. I want you to leave an apple emoji. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
21 degrees and